All right, guys, welcome back to our fourth podcast. I know we've been missing for a little bit, so we're kind of going to do an overview of why we've been kind of quiet with these podcasts for the past couple of months. We're going to go over our new shop. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. We haven't been taking pictures or anything or posting on the stories, but we're going to kind of talk about our new shop. It's a lot bigger of a space. And then we're going to go over, Zach's anniversary, 1 year, and also talk about some of these customers that have been driving all the way up from New York, Vermont, just this past couple of months. It's pretty crazy. So, this is kind of what we're going to go over on this podcast. So tune in.
We're tuned in. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got, boys? We're a little rusty.
I mean, we can start about the shop.
What about the
shop?
shop?
Opportunity we got.
Oh, so the opportunity you got.
Yeah.
All right, so a lot of people know that we have 2 units, so we're actually in another unit. So every podcast that you guys have seen, we've been in a different location, which is pretty cool. So our next podcast will probably be in the other shop. Who knows? We could be in the bathroom, upstairs in the storage room. Who knows?
The bathroom?
We could be in the tire.
I don't think we fit in the bathroom.
I don't know. I mean, we could. We'll try it out.
It's four lifts, 2,400 square feet.
So, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
So this is our alignment shop. This is a 1,200 square foot, and then everybody's been in the main shop with the waiting room, and everybody says, "Oh my God, that shop's amazing." That is 1,200 square feet, but they're not connected. So this is unit 27, and then we have unit 29. So there's a unit right beside us, which is 28, which is not ours. So we're actually moving into unit 24 and 25. There's no walls in between. It's about 2,400 square feet, so it's pretty big. And upstairs will be a full office the whole way. And we'll be able to fit 4 lifts, which is going to make it easier for the techs. You know what I mean? So, Adam will have his own bay, and the other guy or me will have his own bay, and it's going to be pretty good. It's definitely going to increase the efficiency of our work. We're going to be able to do a lot more, and it's going to be a lot easier for us to do, I would say, bigger jobs and not having to shuffle cars, because that's one thing that we've had to deal with. Yep. So that's one of the big things. But it's going to be a lot more room, too, and a lot more welcoming for customers when they go in the waiting room. We'll have our own section for what we like to do. We might even have a little podcast section just already zoned in and tuned in right there. But it's going to be very, very big for us. I mean, it's not like a gigantic shop, but from what we're used to, it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, what do you think about it?
I think it's a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
I think just having 4 bays back and forth it's going to change the way the whole shop flow goes.
Right. And by the way, we're going to have unit 24, 25, and this unit. We're not getting rid of this unit. Yep. So there's actually a lift in this unit. We're going to move in that lift, and it's just going to be, this is going to be strictly alignment and tires. And then, in the wintertime, we'll be able to vacuum some cars in this empty bay where the camera is, where you guys can't see. So It'll definitely be a lot better, because this shop is when that shop is full, we do waiters and stuff, and it makes it very difficult because the guys have to bring their carts all the way over here and, grab their tools, and they're going back and forth. So, that's why we're, skinny, cut, sharp, and strong, is because we walk so much.
All the walking.
Yeah.
20 feet of walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty.
Well, it only gets a little crazy when we have a sprinter.
Yeah, the sprinters. We don't even talk about that, but
That's Adam's special.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's not. That's
Adam's
actually
spinner guy.
Mike's special.
Spinner guy.
Yeah,
SL guy.
Are you saying spinner?
Sprinter guy.
All right.
SL guy. What was the other thing he's good at?
R class.
tires.
No, but there was something else the other day that you said he was specialty.
Tires.
Let's not talk about me and my specialties.
Yeah, he's the GOAT when it comes to that stuff.
You don't want to talk about yourself?
Yeah, I think you got to talk about yourself.
Yeah, you should talk about yourself.
Somebody wants you to talk about yourself.
I don't know who. It's randos.
Yeah, you're gonna have to think about that.
Not much about me,
Yeah.
I'm just a technician, shop foreman, actually.
Yeah, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Working on cars, diagnosing them. That's it. We already did an episode about that.
Oh, what you do? I don't think anybody really they just see your videos, so they're like, oh, Adam.
Yep. I mean, sprinters. Go back to sprinters real quick. Sprinters are fine. It's just sometimes they get a little heavy.
They get a little heavy. We get those big RV campers that honestly this lift probably shouldn't be lifting, but it does.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 10,000 pound lift, and they're about 10.5,
Pushing
11,000.
Definitely pushing it.
It likes it though. It takes it.
It does it fine.
Yeah, it does it just
It's
fine.
just the middle jacks.
Yeah, middle jacks, it doesn't lift it up. But we do service Sprinter vans. We actually do quite a bit, and this is the time they come out, June and July, especially May.
We had a guy from California. That was sick.
Yeah, guy just drove up from California. He's going to be staying in Wolfboro. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. He actually called thinking we were the dealership because he just hit the wrong phone number.
Happens a lot.
And then he was like, wait, so you guys are an independent shop that specializes in Mercedes? And Zach was like, yep. And he came here before his appointment to just see what our operation was. And he was instantly, on our side. He said he'd rather help the little guys than the big guys, which means a lot.
Yep.
So he came and wanted to see what we were all about. And he came and he's stuck with us now. And he's got an oil change sticker right on that. So he'll never forget us.
Yep, the special oil change stickers now.
Yeah, we got brand new oil change stickers.
A lot of people were asking about that.
It's 3 years that we went without oil change stickers just because, typically most Mercedes customers goes off the dash. But we've been recommending doing oil changes every 5,000 miles. I do not recommend doing the whole 10,000. We've been here doing engine work for, quite some time now. And a lot of it is because of lack of maintenance. And I think the service intervals, 10,000 miles on an oil change is way too long. So if you have a Mercedes, we recommend to do it every 5,000. We all do it. So it's not like we're just telling you to do it. We all do it here. And I promise you, for the longevity of the car, it's going to definitely pay off.
Whether you do it here or somewhere else.
Right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So back to people coming California, New York. What's up with that, Mike?
So a lot of people are coming from New York. We just had a GL 63 come up from New York. Now, a lot of people ask us, why are people making this drive? And it's because they can't find a trustworthy shop that knows what they're actually doing. Because I'm telling you right now, there's too many shops that say that they specialize in Mercedes, but they don't actually really specialize in that way. Now, anybody can just have a Mercedes and be somewhat comfortable. I say somewhat comfortable working on a Mercedes. But as soon as it gets in the diag, that's when they ship it out the door.
Yep.
And then they call us. So they're not really specialized in it if they're not comfortable. We're 100% comfortable. We're okay with taking on these big tasks. But anyways, this guy comes all the way from New York with a GL63 because he's seen one of our videos on YouTube about an oil leak. Now, he did say it was coming from the oil filter housing. I believe that there had to have been more oil leaks. So he came in here. We took care of the oil filter housing plus more. And he spent the whole day with us, and he was happy about it. He spent a lot of money. And then right after that, we had another guy come up from New York for, honestly,
the diesel, just 4 tires.
Yeah, 4 tires.
And a gasket.
For
an oil leak.
And I didn't even tell you, but I've been talking to him. He's actually going to be shipping his car up here.
Really?
For more work.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he drove all the way back. He drove all the way back to New York, and then he'd been driving for a little bit, and he said that he had a boost leak from his intake manifold.
Yeah.
And then the dealership
just got a mod.
Yeah, he just got a diesel modification, and the previous dealership, I guess, hacked it up.
Yep.
So the other dealership basically said, you need to contact that dealership because they kind of messed this up. And the other dealership said, no, that wasn't us. So now he doesn't trust the dealership to work on it. So now he's going to take his GL all the way from New York, and he's going to tow it all the way to us because he doesn't trust anybody else to touch it, not even the dealership.
From New York?
From New York.
How many dealerships are between us and them?
So many.
Or even independent shops?
But I told him straight out, I'll be honest with you, man, nobody likes doing those mods.
No, I mean, honestly, the tech, kind
Right.
of gets a little screwed in that aspect.
Right. I told him, you really don't know what you're getting, but I said that's anywhere. I mean, honestly, when he came to us, he didn't know what he was getting.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, you still have to do your job right.
Right. So that being said, I mean, it's really hard to find a trustworthy shop, and he really did take trust in us just because of our reviews. And then when he, drove all the way up here from New York, he definitely loved what we were doing. He walked down the steps. So he had talked with Adam because Adam was working on the car. So he loved that. He, found out who was actually working on that car, which is what a lot of people want to see and hear. So when you bring it into a dealership for the mod, you don't know who's working on your car.
Nope.
You know what I mean? But that being said, that's why a lot of people are driving up to us. It's just our social media presence, and them being able to see and trust what we do is pretty cool. We don't hide anything. We don't sugarcoat anything. We don't try to be anything that we're not. You know what I mean? We are who we are. We do what we do because we care, and we have pride in what we do. I don't think we're here for the money. We just love doing what we do.
Right. It's full transparency.
Right.
On the topic of trust and transparency, all these people are having issues finding shops they can trust. They also have trouble finding a dealership they can buy a car from,
Right.
trustworthy wise.
Yep.
And that's something we're going to introduce with our new shop space,
Right.
selling used cars.
Yep.
Yeah, so when we're in this new shop, we're going to be able to get our dealer's license, and we'll be able to shop around and even sell cars. And that's been one of our bigger goals. Now, we might not have the space, store frontage to place them. So, eventually we're going to have to find a place. But we want to be able to basically provide the same type of service we do, like fixing cars, but also selling cars. So we want to sell it with all the transparency in the world. We don't want to hide anything from you. We want to sell you a car that's fully serviced, that's fully gone through, basically call it MTech certified.
No hassle.
No hassle. You might not, it's not going to be discounted. You might be paying what it's worth, but you're going to know that you're going to have this car and it's going to last forever.
It's not going to need anything at 5,000 miles.
Right,
It's good to go.
A lot of details to come, but
Right.
We'd hope that it lasts a couple of years,
Right.
at least minimum, before it might need something besides
Right.
oil changes, basic maintenance.
For an example, you bought your car
Yep.
at a discounted price because it needed stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Now you did, how much work did you do to that car?
I mean, parts wise, or
Just parts?
a good amount of work. I mean,
which
honestly, all the maintenances were just, they haven't been done yet. So spark plugs, transmission service, engine air filter, obviously the oil change, diff service,
Right. And
then obviously brakes and tires. All the wheels were bent. Just went through all the common stuff.
so how much longer do you have until you actually run into any of those issues again?
Not much. I mean, I hope I don't really run into any problems, honestly, because I did the camshaft covers, and
Right.
while I was in there, I did the drive belt and the thermostat.
Right.
There's a lot of we're going to focus on. A lot of dealers don't do this, or even like other used cars and dealers that sell stuff.
Right.
They don't really do the while you're in there, and
Right,
we
right.
know what while you're in there are actually need to be done.
Right. And I would say that's the difference, because a lot of people think just because they buy the car at a dealership, Mercedes dealership, that everything's gone through. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing about the dealership. The sales team and the service team are on different teams. It's like sales versus service.
Basically,
A new car comes in, the technician gets it, he quotes it for everything. Every service item that's not on there, the brakes, the tires. Now it's all up to the sales department if they want to do all that. And basically, half the time they only do half of it. Sometimes they do all of it, depending if it's a CPO or not. But sometimes there's always something missing. And what they like to do, what a trick is what they like to do is, for an example, CPO. If it's a big part that they have to pay for, they don't pay for it. And they basically wait till the customer complains about it when it's under CPO and it gets covered under warranty
And
with
it's
the
free.
customer. And it's free.
Yep.
Now, this
Which
is just...
that's
This is a dealership. I've worked at four dealerships, and they've all been somewhat like that.
yeah. Mercedes would not like to hear that.
Yeah, what Mercedes would not like to hear, but everybody needs to hear. Like we're
Yeah,
not,
no.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's the
I mean,
truth.
used
It's
car
the truth.
dealers do that too, because I worked at one where any oil leak on the engine, clean it off, sell them an extended warranty. When it comes back, they fix it under warranty.
Right.
There's just a lot of shady stuff, and even we want to make sure you get a quality car that's going to last, not have any problems, but we also want to change the sales side too.
No, we're gonna 100% change the sales
That's
side.
the biggest thing too.
Like everybody can see what we're doing on the service side. I'm telling you right now, there's one thing that we could change. There'd be people flying in from everywhere to buy a car from us just because they know it's been gone through and taken care of. We're not going to sell you an extended warranty. Like, to me personally,
Yeah, no.
say there's a 14 E350, right? Or a 16 E350. Say 16 because it's kind of like mid-range. We do every service item. We do the tires. We do the brakes. And, maybe you're paying $1,000 or $2,000 over what it costs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sell you an extended warranty.
No,
just-
unless it's like an MTech certified is probably just going to mean like good for a year, right? I mean, details are to come.
Details were to come, but honestly, like for an example, maybe if an alternator goes, like we can't control that.
Yeah, there's certain things you can't control. Absolutely.
But I'm saying a 212. I mean, you put brakes on that and tires on that. That's
Brake
lasting
line,
at
check
least
your brake
4.
lines.
Yeah, that's lasting 40, 50,000 miles all day.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Easily.
And then you do the service items, you don't ever have to worry about it. So what big money are you actually spending? Because how many times have we had customers just buy a car? For an example, Zach's friend there.
Multiple
he bought that 2016 E350.
Needed everything.
Needed everything. And this kid thought this thing, it did look good from outside.
Now, mind you, that guy definitely kind of like, didn't he like help out a little bit? But he said he had absolutely no idea the rear springs are broken or anything like that. He says.
Yeah, he
but
says
how
that.
often do we hear that though?
We hear it all the time.
Because people at the end of the day, either they know it's not, they don't really know what to look for.
Right. So that's one of the things. I don't know how much money we've made off of cars that were just sold, which is to me is like an embarrassment.
Sad.
And then when they go back to the dealer, they think that we're just saying that.
Right.
But then we make a video out of it.
I mean, do you want to talk
And
about
then
that?
they can't say anything.
Well, then just like what you brought up earlier, I think this is what you're about to bring up, the whole spark plug transmission service.
Well, I was going to
additional
bring up the
maintenance.
SL550 from New Jersey that went to the dealer, needed what, 13
Bob.
grand of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we took care of all that, even though he just bought that car.
Just bought the car.
And he bought it at a dealership.
Yep.
Was it at a dealership?
I don't know if it was a Benz dealer, but
It was a dealer in New Jersey. That's all I know.
yeah, either or. If it was a
way.
Brings
dealership,
it home, takes it to the Benz dealer to have a look over, and they tell him it needs 13 grand
13
worth
grand.
of work.
We
Like,
want to like avoid that at all costs.
Right.
And we don't, it's just the whole situation. We're trying to change service. We
Right.
also want to do sales.
right. And that's one of the biggest things, like I said, that's really going to stand out, and that's where we're going to definitely step on some feet and kind of try to set the example there, because I think that's one of the biggest things that we're seeing a lot. Like, I know you guys don't see the
Your
Dude.
Sprite can right next to my foot, bro.
Dude.
It's all drained now. So
I just mopped these floors today.
Sprite can right next to my foot.
It's all right. Don't tell the boss.
Cut.
Cut. Anyways, yeah,
Bloopers.
yeah. We don't even care about that Sprite. We got plenty more.
Yeah. Big money. Big money.
Big money
Big
guy
money,
over here. Plenty of Sprites.
Plenty of Sprites. Yeah, but where
All
were
right,
we?
ready? 3. Yeah. Where were we?
We're not cutting that
You
one.
don't have to cut that.
Yeah, we're not cutting
Cut
that.
that out. Yeah.
Really?
All right.
Anyway,
You
sorry.
and
Mike kicked over the
if
Sprite
you,
can.
If you guys are watching this on Apple Music or Touch Tunes or whatever the hell it's called.
What the
At-
fuck did you just say?
Adam,
Touch tune?
Touch Tunes. Adam spilt my Sprite.
Yeah, you put it right next to my foot.
I'm sorry. Anyways, back to what I was saying is we're trying to change the sales game, and I think people would love that, and I know for a fact this is how people want to buy a Mercedes. They want to buy it knowing that they're not going to run into anything. Because I promise you, if you buy a Mercedes off of any lot around here, I promise you, bring it here, we'll probably find something. It just happens every single time.
I mean, it's a luxury car, and you want a luxury buying process.
Right. No, absolutely.
Right. It could be an E class all the way, a GT, whatever. We're gonna get them all.
We're going to get them all.
So it doesn't matter.
Right. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that's
It's in the future.
That's one of the biggest perks that we'll get out of the shop, just because it's bigger and we got more space. We got parking spaces, and then, hopefully it all works out for us.
That's a kind of transition to that next topic that you were talking to me about.
What's that?
So basically, when someone comes in with 60,000 miles on their, let's say E class, it's due for a transmission service, right?
Yep.
And then we do it, Mercedes-Benz fluid, gasket, the works. They go to the dealer for maybe their rear subframe rotted, because that's an extended warranty, and then they get written up for a transmission service.
All right. I see where you're getting with this.
Right.
So basically, honestly, guys, what happens here a lot, like Adam, he's a tech. He works on cars. So he doesn't answer the phones. Barely. Yeah. No, but so I answer the phones, but I also, used to work on them. I still do work on them at times when I can. Yeah. Throw it back once in a while. But a lot of the times we get phone calls, and it's sometimes people will just email us the dealer estimate. And they're emailing this estimate because they're looking for a second option, because they feel that they're not getting full honesty, which is, I get why, because I used to work at the dealership, and I get why this can happen. So we've had, for an example, we've had so many situations where we've done every single service. So we've done spark plugs, transmission service, everything. And then say it needs to go in for a recall. We tell the customer about it. They bring that car to the dealership. And as a technician at the dealership, not hurting on any of the technicians because I used to work there at, Ford dealerships, and this is what we're trained to do.
Yeah.
Look at the VMI sheet, which the VMI is basically the dealer.
Master Inquiry.
Yeah, and it's basically the dealer history on see what's done. So any dealership, it could have been in Texas, it could have been in Florida, wherever, you would have the service history for that vehicle. And basically, the first thing that techs do is they look to see. If it has 70,000 miles, the first thing they're doing is seeing if the transmission service has been done, spark plugs, engine air filter, brake flush, see if it's had an A or a B service. It doesn't matter if it's just in there for a recall. Their job is to look it over. They're graded off that. And that's just what they have to do.
The reality of
and so that's what makes it tough for people when they go to the dealership, and that's why people feel like they're getting ripped off, is because they're going in there. For an example, this client goes in there, and he goes in there for a recall that we just told him, and he just did spark plugs, transmission service, engine air filter, and the tech goes and quotes all that stuff because they don't see it on the dealership history. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm telling you one thing that everybody has, and that's Carfax. That's Carfax. Everybody has Carfax. You have Carfax maintenance, and then you have that Carfax accident reports, right? And that's what we use. So when a new client comes in, we can look at Carfax history, and we can see transmission service, spark plugs. So we don't quote it. Now, if we don't see it, what we do is we advise the customer, because that's our job, is to advise the customer. We say, listen, your vehicle's at 60,000 miles. It's due for a transmission service. We recommend you taking care of this, but we don't know your service history. So look into your service history and let us know. If you don't have it, we highly recommend it, because these transmissions can be very sensitive, and we move on from there, and that's how we sell it. Now, the problem is with the dealerships, they don't do that. They just look at the dealer history and they just send out the estimate, and they're quoting it for transmission service, spark plugs. And then now the customer is like, wait, is the dealership trying to rip me off, or is the shop that just worked on my car rip me off? And so it creates this big tension in the industry. And that's one of the biggest problems that I think has been going on for a very long time. And that's another reason why we're just super busy. And I'm saying this out loud because people need to hear this. Like, there's a reason why people come to us with estimates from the dealer and slide it over to us. There's a reason why when we post cars on our Instagram, it has got a list of stuff, and they're like, wow, that's so much stuff. That's because the dealership quoted all that, and they're looking for a second option. Yeah, is our prices lower? Yes. But at the end of the day, they also wanted that second outlook and that, that other opinion. They just didn't feel like they were getting the honest opinion. And I hear phone calls every day with this issue.
Right, and we're further explaining it to them.
Yeah,
actually showing them.
No, we're doing
this is priority. This isn't priority. Like, what's your budget?
Right.
You work with them.
I'm going to tell you one thing. We do everything the dealer does, but more.
Absolutely.
So we do the same video. They do video MPIs and blah, blah, blah. We do pictures. We really don't even need to do videos because of how thorough the pictures are and how it gets explained to them. It's like the videos are basically useless, because I'll be honest with you, that's why everybody been seeing the dealership do the video MPIs, but I'm telling you right now,
Industry
the customers,
standard.
but the customers don't even know what they're looking at half the time. Mm-hmm. So that's why when you have
we
a
just
picture,
had a video
I know
with the diesel that's getting towed here.
Right. Yeah,
Did you
make any
understand
sense.
what was going on?
Yeah, we got two techs looking at it. We have no idea.
Yeah, how long have you and I been working on these cars?
That's what I'm saying. And how many times have I taken a 642?
Showed a part
and didn't even say
642
anything.
Diesel with the coolers just there,
Right.
and then he looked over at the camera to
Right.
2 bolts.
Right. To me,
And I was just like, well, what's going on here?
you know what would have been more
I don't-
transparent to me?
If he was talking, at least.
Right.
He wasn't talking.
He wasn't talking, but to me, I think I feel like a picture of a stripped bolt.
Yeah.
And then you explaining why this is stripped is a lot more transparent than
Well,
just,
even like the MPI that was sent,
Right.
there was nothing typed out really.
Right.
It didn't make sense. It's
Right.
just like stripped bolt.
Yeah. So I would say that the transparency is a big thing.
You get what I'm saying? I'm saying the videos.
What?
No,
Why
I
are you
know.
looking at me?
No. Oh, you're the media guy. You
Yeah.
got to look at the video. Maybe you'll think something of it.
Right. No, I believe you.
No. I mean, but I'm just saying that, like you said, the video MPIs can mean something. But if you get a quality picture in there and have someone that knows what they're talking about explain it to the client, it's going to come across
Oh,
just as
absolutely.
good, if not
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
I think what so many people struggle with in this industry, either as advisors or as techs, is they forget that these customers don't understand any of the terminology when they're explaining things.
Right.
Right. And honestly, like I sometimes do that too. Like I'll say, explain about it, and then I got to realize, not dumb it down, but kind of simplify it.
But even something as
You know?
simple as, I remember when I was being a service manager and district manager was teaching me, you can't just say, oh, your tires are at 730 seconds. Someone might not know what that means at all for them and
True.
what their tires are at.
Right.
That's true. You know, some people know what they're talking about, some people don't, and that's
Right.
fine. I mean, that's our job to explain it to them.
And advise them what
Advise
they
them,
need.
as you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest things that we do here is advise. Zach does a really, really good job. And on that topic is Zach. So it's his 1 year.
1 year, Zach.
1 year anniversary.
Awesome, Zach.
Yeah.
It was Zach Day the other day.
Yeah, Zach Day.
I didn't even know you had that connected.
Yeah. So what we did for Zach Day is they just opened up an F1 arcade down in Boston over in the Seaport District.
Yeah.
And, you know, we went down there and we were supposed to reserve a table, but they were all booked out. So I was like, you know what? Let's just try going down and walking in.
Yep.
Right. So we walked in there and then when we got to...
I wasn't there, buddy.
No, I know.
You just looked at me like, right?
Right?
Yeah, because you didn't come.
I was moving.
Yeah.
Moving. And then he needed an extra day.
Yeah. He was like, oh, kid.
I'm still not done moving. It's
He
been
was
like a
been
week
moving.
later.
All right, so Sebastian has been moving for 1 month.
Yeah, he has been moving for 1 month.
All right.
I only took off 1 day.
All right, let me go back to this because I
Yeah.
want to snip this one. All right.
All right, snipping it.
Yeah, we're snipping this. Click, click.
For Zach
cut.
Day.
Yeah, for Zach Day.
Sound effects and when
Yeah.
he's on podcasts, dude. He likes hearing himself.
Anyways, so what we did for Zach Day is we went down to the F1 arcade down in Seaport District, and it was awesome. We got down there, we reserved a table, and then we went over. We had to wait like an hour and a half, so we went over to Putt Shack and we played some miniature golf. That was amazing. Had a couple drinks, and then we went back to the F1, and we got 3 races. It's pretty cool. It's like a the F1 arcade is like a bar. They got a DJ, but they got F1 simulators, so you can sit down in the seat, and it actually moves and everything. And you can shift the car. It's honestly a fun time. We did 3
hard.
races. It is hard.
It's pretty hard.
We played on Pro for the first one.
Yeah.
Then the middle tier for the second race, and then we played on the hardest difficulty for the last race.
Yeah.
And it was
Very hard.
Very, very hard.
Didn't
but
seem realistic, to be honest. But
it didn't.
nah.
Just
I
like-
hit the gas a little bit and it's spinning out.
Well, I mean,
That's
kinda-
pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Nah. I'd be able to control that.
I know you're too used to your E43.
Right.
You don't know what
Yeah.
real power is.
Okay, Chevy Volt.
Right.
Let's line it up now.
I don't know who's texting me.
Traction control and all-wheel drive.
Shh, what is that?
Yeah, you got none of that in an F1 car.
Yeah, well, we're soon, Mike and I will be racing our cars. Mike's got that E53. So
It's all
we should-
polished up now.
It's all polished up. We're going to run them quarter mile.
Quarter mile?
Quarter mile. All right.
Yeah.
And we'll see who wins.
I thought that's how we were settling if the Adam Haircut Fund was happening.
No, Mike already said the shoe and haircut fund was approved.
No,
If you
No,
won
there
the
was no
race.
if
That's
after
what he said in the vlog.
There was no if.
No, there's no. I'll do it for 1 month.
For everybody? Or just me?
Everybody. If I lose to Adam in a race.
Yeah, see, it's the race.
All right, you guys need to pitch in. And then I'll get a tune.
Oh,
It's I don't know. It's gonna get I don't know, when we were driving it, it was pretty quick. I was like,
I mean,
all
your
right.
car feels pretty quick
I don't
when
know.
I'm in your seat too.
Yeah.
Like I don't have like 100% confidence that I'd beat you.
I don't know, me neither.
Yeah.
80%.
I think it's gonna be a close race,
It could be.
but my car does have more power than yours.
What, 12 horse?
What is yours? Like 392?
400?
Yeah, so I got 29 more horse.
Oh, jeez. We're in trouble now.
But you might have more torque on me.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that. So,
People always want to know what kind of cars we have, so.
all right.
We're just.
And then it's his job to post it. So I have an E53.
What was that?
I was like, what is going on? My
Yeah.
job to post it. I see what he's saying.
Oh,
man.
his picture.
I
It's
got
right
a
there.
I got a 2020 E350.
That was a 19.
Dude.
All right, I butchered my own car. All right, guys. I have a 2020 Mercedes-Benz E53 AMG, the real AMG. I don't.
What does Chris have to say about that?
What do you mean?
That's just not a real
What are you,
interview.
sweating?
I'm not sweating.
Yeah, you're definitely sweating. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're not going to be.
Okay.
Like, ooh.
I thought we were talking about Zach's anniversary.
We were.
I
and
have
then,
a 2018 E43.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
2017 Chevy Volt.
That's sick.
Yeah.
His fuel economy is amazing.
It is. It's pretty good.
It's honestly not with the way I drive.
I would actually have something similar if I was driving from Mass every day.
120 miles a day.
Yeah.
That ain't too bad.
What's your hour-long commute?
It's actually
I
hour
do 100.
15 now with my new place.
Not too bad.
Yeah, so 2.5 hours a day of driving.
That's a lot of sacrifice right there.
Sure.
Always about the sacrifice.
Yeah,
A
sacrifice.
lot of sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
I think I deserve more recognition, honestly, for how far I drive.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, Mr. 10 minutes away.
yeah.
20.
Oh.
15.
20
good
minutes.
How long was your tank of gas last?
Good amount of time.
Like 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
Mine's like 2.5.
Like, I don't know, a week?
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense because my E550 almost lasts a week.
What about it?
It's definitely 3 weeks.
I don't fill it up all the way.
Yeah.
don't
What?
get-
We're
I don't
just
get-
trying to say
I don't get paid
we
enough.
need. We're just
Oh.
saying we need a little bit more credit because we spend a
Oh.
little bit more on gas money.
Oh, wow. Move closer.
Yeah. So what else do we got?
Well, I mean, we did do the questions, but I don't know if these are.
No.
I can try.
You got to finish your Zach clip, right?
Let me see if there's any new
Oh,
ones.
you
we already
pretty much
started. I
good?
said it was Zach Day is his 1 year. I feel like everybody should know who Zach is.
Everybody knows Zach.
He didn't get on the podcast today because he said he was going to work out. He's trying to get jacked and big for the company, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
for the company?
Yeah, for the company.
All right, Zach, you're getting jacked for the company.
Yeah, he's getting jacked
Yeah.
for the company.
So,
For the calendars that are coming out soon.
Yeah, MTech calendars. We haven't told anybody about that. But so Zach's kind of modeling for that. What about the best haircuts? We're doing that too.
we can start with that one. Who gets
That's-
the better haircuts?
So who gets the better
I mean,
haircuts?
I don't have a haircut right now, but
I don't
Dude,
have
I
a haircut either.
swear to
to-
God,
to
every
be
time you get a
honest,
haircut, you look exactly
Mike's
the same.
But I will say I'd never been to a barber expo.
Oh, I'm
You
going
wanna
to a
talk
barber.
about that?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got the text message. So I'm going to be in their podcast. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh.
And I got to bring a mic and
He's
stuff.
cheating on our
Podcast.
podcast.
She's-
Yeah, so I'm going to be on a
Podcast.
podcast, and it's going to be in a barbershop for a barbershop. So I'm going to a barbershop expo for anybody who asks who gets the better haircut. My haircuts are so good that I got invited to a barber expo to be a model for a haircut.
Yeah. How long has he been cutting your hair?
He's been cutting my hair since he was 18. He's like 26, 27
You
now.
should know by now how to cut your hair.
Dude, I swear
He
every
does.
time
Yeah.
That's why he's picked me, and I got to wear a tux and everything.
I think Mike's ego can't get any
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's
bigger.
high right now.
Somehow the world finds a way, dude.
Yeah.
Big ego.
Yeah, big ego.
Dude's going to a haircut competition.
Yeah.
He's a model.
And you know what? I'm going to the barber Grammys is what they call it.
Oh,
I'm going to a Grammy
Here we
show,
go.
and I'm gonna be the model.
they're going to have music blasting.
Yeah, probably some Drake.
Oh, boy.
You don't listen to anything else.
What?
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I'm going to have to
might listen to
I'm going to get my
Morgan
boy
Wallen.
Shane from Lineup
Last
Barbershop.
night we were.
Morgan Wallen's pretty good.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I love Morgan Wallen, dude.
You know what we should do? We should swap barbers. See what happens.
Definitely wouldn't. It wouldn't even come out even close.
Not for me either. He doesn't know how to cut my hair.
Dude, your
My hair
hair
is
looks
difficult.
this absolute same.
No, it doesn't. Dude.
You got.
Dude.
I don't
Who
even know
asked
if
this
I-
question?
I told Zach when you go to the barbers, it's kind of like the game The Sims. You just spin around, you pop out the door with the exact same haircut.
Yeah.
Dude, at least, yeah.
Yeah,
You know
but
why it
like
looks
the
different with
Sims, you know how they
Sebastian?
spin real
Yeah, it's
fast.
just a real animation. Pops out same
And like the
exact
smoke
haircut.
comes off the top, and then the green ping. Can you put that on me?
Did you watch? Did you watch Jimmy?
Fucking-
Did you watch Jimmy
But he
Neutron
picked the
when you were a
same
kid?
haircut.
Remember they had at the beginning the haircut would go down. You got to put this clip in now. Jimmy Neutron, the thing would come down and do a haircut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch that,
But it was
I
the
don't
same
remember
thing
that.
every time.
Yeah.
No, it switched to a mohawk or the swirly
Yeah.
one or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I watched Jimmy Neutron.
All right, what's the next one? So
Okay.
wait, we didn't answer the question. So who gets the better haircut? Me or you?
Who's that? Who's asking? Like, you know.
You know, Zach cuts his own hair. I'm thinking Zach gets the best haircut.
All I'm saying is Sebastian grows his hair out for like a year, gets a mullet, and then gets a haircut. That's why you notice when he gets a haircut. It's true.
I think Zach's is just, I don't know.
Did I say Zach or yeah? I said Sebastian.
Yeah, Zach doesn't get Zach gets a haircut like every 2 months.
Dude, he doesn't get a haircut.
He cuts his own hair.
Yeah, he cuts his own hair.
Yeah. So he's saying he has the best hair?
I think he has the best haircut.
Dude, Zach gets all the credit.
I mean, hey.
All right, I'll give this one to Mike. Mike gets a better haircut.
I mean, he's the one going to
Yeah,
the
he's going to the
barber
stupid
Grammys, dude.
Tell me, check this haircut out.
I did.
You gotta pin
Just
that.
don't put anything when he does that.
It's just like an old man with like gray hair.
So you technically didn't ask for questions. You just said, Adam wants to know what to talk about. So someone said, M272 timing chain.
What about it?
What about him?
I don't know. I'm
assuming that maybe they want to know if they stretch.
So I've seen it one time.
Yeah, I've heard about it one time.
But honestly, I don't even know that because my shop foreman made that scenario. And you know what happens? No, listen. You know what happens?
The
plates, they
shift. Yeah, because they're dimples. Yeah.
So I think on that car.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe on a very high mileage one, they might stretch, but they also have the balance shaft. That's more likely what you could be experiencing if you're asking about 272 timing chain. Look at, what is it, P1001 or something?
Yeah, from your 06 to 07.
Yeah, the balance shaft, the gear actually strips out and it'll have correlation codes.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of slack in it because there's no gears there for it to grip onto, so it's loose.
So basically that's either, what is that, a 40-hour job? It's engine teardown to replace that.
Oh, I thought you meant the timing chain.
No. The balance shaft is in the middle. You got to take the heads off.
Yeah, we've done two of them here.
Yeah.
I've done two of them here.
So it's pretty much the option is to get a new engine.
Yeah, basically.
That's pretty much what
back in the day when I first started, I did it for like $4,000, which is like honestly pretty cheap.
That's cheap.
Yeah. And I'll never do it again.
So thanks for that question.
Yeah. So if anybody needs a balance shaft done, I would just buy a new engine.
New engine for sure.
It is not.
It'd be way cheaper.
Like back when they had that issue, it wasn't bad because these engines weren't rusty. But I tell you what,
everything's
now,
rusty. Pins.
Yeah, you got to replace everything at that point. And what happens is the threads. It's just long story short.
Long story short, pretty much those timing chains, at least in our region, don't really stretch.
Yep.
It's the balance shafts that go bad. So it's pretty much an engine.
Right.
Next question.
I think it was the last podcast we talked about this, but thoughts on the 206 chassis being problematic.
They're still new. You know what? We put a vote out on that Instagram post.
I think that was the last podcast.
And who won?
Dude's ego is going up again. See? It's not just me.
You both have an ego problem.
Let's do this, right?
Oh, here we go. This is the new podcast. You know how many times I'm going to have to edit that in?
It said least reliable is 206. So I don't know. What was the problem with that, Mike?
There isn't a problem with it.
No, honestly.
No, you got that one.
We got that one. But
that's
at this moment in time.
Right.
At this moment in time.
Right.
It could be very great engine.
For an example, I think back in
car.
2020, I would have said GLE 350s.
Oh, yeah? 167s?
When they were trash when they first came out.
Yeah.
Absolute trash. Like things weren't even plugged in right.
The boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were garbage, like a 2020.
Yep. The commands going dead all the time.
Every time.
The racks.
Yeah.
The racks having play. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good amount of stuff went wrong with the 167s.
Yeah. But I think they definitely.
But they still ran most of the time.
Yeah, but
ran.
they always
206
came in
people
with
stranded.
something electrical, dude. Like, the passenger seat doesn't work, and then you look under there and the freaking thing's not plugged in.
Yeah, a little grandma. That's also like factory error.
No, it is, but still, like, it was because they were all coming from Georgia, and they all came out like during COVID.
Alabama.
Alabama.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the 167s are actually pretty good,
Right.
in my opinion. Right. I think they're obviously they have their gremlins.
Right.
Maybe when they first came out, they definitely had their more electrical gremlins. The 206 when they first came out, they were leaving people stranded.
Typical in the industry. New models.
Yeah, new model.
Have
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I'm not really,
I'm relating
not cutting
that
it up too much.
I'm relating that 206 like the 167s because I don't remember a car coming out and then being problematic like that except the 167s.
Right. No, I get. So when I was thinking of it, I was thinking of, you can turn the vehicle on and you can drive yourself to work.
Right.
You couldn't do that with a 206. Even the new GLC, the 254s. That's pretty crazy. Hold on.
Fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's all software,
It's all software.
A lot of it's software. It's just buggy, and they gotta go through the software. And once that's all solid, then they could be really great cars.
Right.
Right. So that's what I think about 206. Other than that, I mean, personal opinion, I think they're a little rough.
Yeah.
A little rough driving, but compared to like a 205, I don't know, 204.
I got you.
The seat buttons are a little stiff, but
Yeah.
I don't own one, so I don't have a full opinion on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your opinion on 206?
I don't really have an opinion because I just wasn't really around them.
Bass. Sebastian?
Same here.
All right, next
Spent
question.
very little time with them.
Yeah.
Next question. Well, we had that C43. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's cool,
Yeah,
but
that was a 206.
to me, it's just would not want to fix that engine.
Yeah, that's a problem engine.
Yeah.
Is that a M139?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Either way, it had those have valve spring issues. So if you had a new C43, 100 miles in, your valve springs could break. That's a 206.
We didn't do it.
No, we didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
But I'm saying it's kind of sad.
No, it is, but that's just how it is.
That's just how it is. And they came out with an update, and it's under factory warranty, so they're going to fix it, and then hopefully it's a great car.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
We got any more questions?
Nope.
All right, guys. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. We're pretty much wrapping it up.
Yeah, honestly, why we haven't done these podcasts, we've been focusing a lot of the energy on the vlogs, too.
Oh, yeah. We've been doing vlogs.
Yeah.
We've been really trying to zone in on different videos.
Keep it
we just got
spicy.
monetized on YouTube, which is cool.
Yep.
So we've just been trying to focus on things that are kind of engaging. So we're trying different things.
Yep.
One new thing that we're going to try to do is basically a day in the life of a Mercedes-Benz technician
He's still fighting me on that.
here at 603 MTech. And
Yeah, it's a maybe.
you're going to be following around Adam and seeing what he does. And I think, if you guys like that idea, drop it in the comments.
I think we should have a poll for this one.
Yeah, we should
Should
have
we
a
do
poll.
a day in the life of a Mercedes independent technician following Adam around for a day?
I don't know,
Right.
do you
Yes
guys
or
want to
no?
follow me around for a day and see what I do?
Yeah, like see his toolbox, see his troubles, see me yelling at him,
His
see
workflow.
him getting frustrated.
And
Yep.
getting roasted by Zach.
Yeah,
Roasted, dude. Zach's getting, ever since his little Zach day.
Yeah, he's been putting it down.
Yeah.
I was like, when he told
I gave it to him
Sebastian about mopping, I was like, damn, he beat me to that one.
I know.
Whatever, dude.
Sebastian needs to learn how to mop.
Yeah, he does.
Whatever.
They didn't put down enough degreaser.
You missed
Ooh.
the spot.
Dude, you just
You
spilled
missed the
Sprite
spot
all
right
over
there.
the ground. Why? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. But that being said, we've just been focusing, like I said, on those type of videos. So if you guys have any ideas of any videos that you guys want to see, I'm still really working on that M276 video. Just haven't found the time to do it. But that's one video I really want to crush. And that being said, if you're from New York, Virginia, anywhere, and you're looking to possibly do service with us, just reach out to us at our website, 603mtech.com. Like I said, it's just really people being able to trust us. That's why they want to make the step up. Like I said, we have somebody coming from New York right now. We actually have another guy that needs an engine, and he doesn't trust anybody and wants to tow it to us. But we've been kind of going back and forth because I told him I don't want to put a junkyard 278 engine in his car because we're going to be running into issues like we have in the past. Just stay tuned. Not really sure when the next podcast is, but
Yeah, maybe in a month or so.
yeah, we could maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in the new shop. Like I said, we got a lot going on. Right now, the other shop is being worked on as we speak. My dad is actually in there. He took the whole week off. Thank you, Dad.
Big Mike, thank
Big
you.
Mike, yeah, he's putting up
Other Big Mike.
sheetrock. He's wiring. So we'll show you in the vlog, if you guys watch the vlog, we'll show you a vlog of like what we've done. Everything that we will be doing in this shop is all in-house. The floors, the walls, the paint is everything in-house. So my dad's doing most of it. I'll do some of it. Maybe these guys will even do, some of it too. We'll be moving. Sebastian's supposed to install the security cameras Monday. So, stay posted. Stay posted.
Also, one more thing. We have a merch store on our website.
Yep.
So if you want a t-shirt, hoodie, shot glass, we got air fresheners.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of things on there. You can get them at 603mtech.com.
Yeah, so if you want to look, good with the MTech merch, definitely drop it because everybody asks us, where can I get a sweatshirt? 603mtech.com. It's even on our Facebook store, Instagram store. So if you guys want to get that sweatshirt, order it up. We have some in stock. I definitely want to order more. I just don't want to be sitting on thousands of sweatshirts. So if you guys want a sweatshirt, want to help us, support us, show the love, spread the love, we really appreciate it. And thanks for watching this podcast.
So, guys.
Peace.